Welcome back. This time I'm trying to do something different. Came to a different place. I don't know if you notice. Look at the right side. Uh, so yeah, I am in cemetery. I'll tell you more about this cemetery later, but it's very interesting place. And also, I don't know if people realize it, but I was brought up as a Christian, so cemetery has always been a very interesting part of my life. For a lot of us, cemetery is the place where you go to remember your ancestors. Cemetery is the place where you actually, go. Actually, some of us even get to know about our history through cemetery. It's the only place where it's documented. It's the only place where memories are written. You have a place to go and remember and cry. So I've always had a special longing in cemetery. And I remember as a child, me and my sister, whenever we were forced to go into cemeteries, our only role was to pick up sand and keep throwing it because we do burial. And I remember how excited both of us used to get. I mean, that was the only part of burial. We understood that we had to get a lot of mud, run and put it inside, and that was a way of connecting. It's only when I started growing up I realized it also means that we were made out of mud and we are going back to the mud that we were made. So it is different. Uh, Cemeteries are something that reminds us of our history. But yeah, for a lot of people, it's just a very scary place. And I wanted to talk more about it today. Cemetery has played a very important role in some of the greatest literature. So there's this favorite book of mine, uh, The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. And Cemetery it's a story that keeps coming back. We have a character called Sabrina, I don't remember, but she has this obsession with going for walks in cemetery. Now, I also understand this obsession. Now, if you look at a cemetery and just look around the cemetery, you see how many stories are there, how many empty spaces are there, and there's nobody, like nobody around. And still you feel like you're part of something bigger than you. There are these names, there are these timelines, there are these stories, there are people from different age group, different area, all connected to one place. So Sabrina used to love walking in these cemeteries, and she felt like that was the only place who understood her old soul. And I've always loved that story of Sabrina walking through the cemeteries, just trying to absorb the history of that whole place. It was very interesting. While we were recording this, we just met caretaker here, and we were just asking and talking to him about. And then we asked him, is there any new place? And he said there are no new places here. It's all booked. And this is a huge cemetery here, a huge one, and there are no more spaces. So I was also thinking, where do new bodies go? For a lot of us, this is the end. For a lot of us, this is where we want to end up. Leo Tolstoy always have said this in his famous short story, how much land does a man need? And the answer is 6 foot, because end of the day, you'll all end up in a cemetery like this, a small space like this, 6 foot. That's the answer to how much does a man, how much land does a man need? But yeah, I've always also had this fascination with symmetry. These things that people are forgetting. These things that there's nobody else who takes care of it. I don't know if you can notice. Some of them have flowers. Some of them have memories, small memories. So if you think about it, wherever you are, in whichever city you are, there is a cemetery. Every city has kept some space for their dead people. Every city in the world, be it New York, be it Berlin, they all have in the city center. You know how expensive city centers are. They have space for their dead people. And this is where it becomes important to think, how much we value our dead people, how much we cherish our dead people, and we remember them. So, yeah, I remember in Delhi, we have reached the stage that there are no more, land. There's no more land for dead people. There's no more land for families to have spaces. If right now, I don't know if you guys can see, there's a man there who's actually digging, and he's trying to create a new space there. And it's all alone, him in the morning digging a space for the dead people. Delhi has no space. This place where we are standing in Bangalore, it's full. There is no space. Sometimes I also worry. I do agree that, maybe we should give our bodies to the hospitals. Maybe we don't have to be remembered in this way. But who will? I mean, it's funny that most of us might know Game of Thrones characters more, House of Dragons character more, but our own family history, our own family maps, most of us might not even know. Some of us have it in our family, old people, I always feel like old people are the memory treasure holders. They are the ones who remember everything. But if you don't have these things, these memories, who will remember you? In the next few generations, people might forget you. I know there's Facebook, there's Twitter, Instagram for to remember. But what is there a physical remembrance? What is a physical thing you're leaving behind? I do think cemeteries need to be, protected. Cemeteries are those, spaces of memories, spaces of archives, and as cities, we need to protect. And I still think it's beautiful in a land like Bangalore, where every space is precious. There is no space. People are fighting over, real estate. We have this lavish, green, beautiful space just for our dead souls, just for our ancestors, something for us to remember by. So, yeah, let me know if there is a cemetery in your city. Where do you go when you want to remember your ancestors, your history? That's all for today. Bye.